You've been buying laundry detergent your whole life. Every 2 or 3 weeks, you grab a jug of detergent, or perhaps a box of pods off the grocery shelf, handing over $8, $12, or even $15, and sometimes as much as $20 at the register, and you think absolutely nothing of it as you walk away. But here is what the laundry detergent industry really doesn't want you to figure out for yourself. The stuff doing the actual cleaning inside that expensive bottle actually costs almost nothing to produce. The rest, the water, which is the main filler, the fragrance, the bright blue dye they add in, and the glossy plastic packaging that catches your eye, that is what you are really paying for at the store. And once you see exactly how this whole process works, you'll never look at a laundry aisle the same way again. Let's start with a number. The average American household does about 300 loads of laundry every year. Multiply that by a typical detergent cost of around 25 cents per load, and you're spending roughly $75 a year just to wash clothes. That does not sound catastrophic, at least on the surface. But what if you could drop that number down to $2 or $3 a year? Not by washing less, not by skipping detergent altogether, but by understanding what's actually inside the bottle and making it yourself. The laundry detergent market is worth over $20 billion globally. That number exists because the industry built something genius. It didn't just sell you a cleaning product, it sold you a feeling. The feeling that clean clothes smell a certain way. That real clean has a scent, that if your laundry doesn't come out smelling like a spring meadow, or fresh cotton or mountain air, it wasn't actually cleaned. That feeling is engineered, and it costs them almost nothing to create. Fragrance is cheap. Synthetic fragrance compounds can cost manufacturers fractions of a penny per bottle. But they do something powerful to the human brain. They trigger memory, they trigger trust. They create the perception of cleanliness even when no additional cleaning has occurred. You smell it and you think it worked. The fragrance isn't cleaning your clothes, it's cleaning your doubt. The same goes for the blue dye in most liquid detergents. That color exists for one reason. Studies show consumers associate blue with cleanliness and purity. So manufacturers add a dye that has zero cleaning function, purely to make the product look more trustworthy. You pay for the color, you pay for the smell, and then most of what's left in that bottle is water. In fact, the water content in standard liquid laundry detergents typically runs between 50 and 70% by volume. You are buying diluted water with a little surfactant, some fragrance, some dye, and a label that promises whiter whites. That's the product, and it works fine. Nobody's saying it doesn't clean clothes, it does. But not because of the water, not because of the fragrance, because of a handful of active chemical ingredients. Ingredients that are available to you separately for almost nothing. So what actually cleans your clothes? Let's break it down properly, because this is where it gets interesting. The first major ingredient is washing soda, not baking soda, washing soda. They sound similar, they look similar, but they behave very differently. Washing soda is sodium carbonate. Baking soda is sodium bicarbonate. Washing soda is significantly more alkaline with a pH around 11. That high alkalinity is what gives it power. Alkaline solutions break down acidic stains, sweat, grease, food residue, body oils. When washing soda hits dirty fabric, it disrupts the molecular bonds holding that grime to the fibers. It loosens the dirt at the chemical level so water can carry it away. Washing soda also acts as a water softener. Hard water, water high in calcium and magnesium minerals, actually reduces the effectiveness of soap and detergent. Those minerals compete with the cleaning agents, binding to them before they can bind to the dirt. Washing soda neutralizes that interference. It pulls the calcium and magnesium out of the equation so the actual cleaning can happen. This is why commercial detergents often include water softening agents as a listed ingredient. Washing soda does the same job naturally, at a fraction of the price. A large box of washing soda costs about $4. That box contains enough washing soda for dozens of batches of homemade detergent. We are talking about spending just fractions of a penny per load of laundry. The second key ingredient is borax. Borax is sodium tetraborate, a naturally occurring mineral that has been used in household cleaning for over 100 years. It works differently from washing soda, but in a complementary way. Borax is mildly alkaline and acts as a pH buffer, helping to maintain the optimal cleaning environment in your wash water. It also converts water molecules into hydrogen peroxide at high temperatures, which gives it a mild bleaching and whitening effect. That's why clothes washed with borax tend to look brighter over time. Borax is also antifungal and antibacterial. It kills mold spores and deodorizes fabric without masking the smell with fragrance. It's handling the actual microbial source of odor, not covering it up. A box of borax runs about $5 to $7 and lasts an extraordinarily long time. You use just a fraction per batch. The third ingredient is Castile soap. This is where the surfactant action comes from, the ingredient that actually lifts and suspends dirt in water, so it can be rinsed away. Surfactants work by having two sides, one that's attracted to water and one that's attracted to oil and grease. When you add surfactant to wash water, the oil-loving side attaches to grease and grime on your clothes, and the water-loving side keeps it suspended in the water so it drains away with the rinse. Without surfactant, you're just wetting your clothes. The surfactant is the mechanism that moves the dirt from the fabric into the water. Castile soap is made from plant oils, traditionally olive oil, though many modern versions use coconut oil or a blend. It's biodegradable, effective, and free from synthetic detergent chemicals. A 32-ounce bottle of liquid Castile soap costs around $8 to $12, but a single bottle produces a massive amount of finished laundry gel. We're talking gallons and gallons of usable product from one bottle. Put these three ingredients together, washing soda, borax, and Castile soap, and you have every functional element of a commercial laundry detergent. The water softener, the whitening agent, the surfactant, everything that actually cleans fabric is accounted for. Everything that's missing is the water, the fragrance, the dye, and the markup. Now let's talk about how to actually make this. This recipe produces approximately 5 gallons of laundry gel, enough for well over 150 standard loads. Some people get closer to 200. You'll need a large pot, a 5-gallon bucket with a lid, a long stirring spoon, and about 45 minutes. Start by bringing approximately 4 cups of water to a boil on the stove. Once it's boiling, reduce to a medium heat and add 1 cup of washing soda. Stir continuously until it fully dissolves. This step is important for a smooth final gel. Once dissolved, add 1 cup of borax and again stir until fully incorporated. The solution will be clear and slightly viscous. Remove the pot from heat. Now add 1 cup of liquid Castile soap. Do not add it while the water is still boiling. High heat can degrade the soap and cause excessive foaming that's difficult to control. Stir gently but thoroughly. At this point, your pot contains a concentrated base. Take your 5-gallon bucket and fill it with approximately 3 gallons of warm water. Pour your concentrated base into the bucket and stir to combine. The mixture will appear thin and watery at first. That's normal. Put the lid on and allow it to sit undisturbed for at least 8 hours. Overnight is ideal. When you return, you'll find it has set into a soft, gel-like consistency. Give it a good stir to break up any clumping and mix it back to a uniform consistency. That's it, 5 gallons of laundry gel, ready to use. For a standard top-loading machine, use approximately half a cup per load. For a high-efficiency front-loading machine, use a 1/4 cup. For heavily soiled loads, workwear or kids' clothes, bump that up to 3/4 of a cup. The gel is low sudsing, which makes it perfectly safe for HE machines. This recipe is naturally low foam because Castile soap is a natural surfactant. If you prefer a scent, add 15 to 20 drops of essential oil like lavender or lemon. Lavender or tea tree work well and have added antimicrobial properties. But understand, it's optional and it has no impact on the cleaning power. Now, let's talk numbers because this is where the formula really reveals itself. 1 cup of washing soda costs roughly 25 cents. 1 cup of borax costs roughly 30 cents. 1 cup of Castile soap costs about 75 cents. Water is essentially free. Total cost per 5-gallon batch, approximately $1.30. Divided across 150 loads, you're looking at less than 1 cent per load. 1 cent. Compare that to Tide Pods at 25 cents or premium brands at 40 cents or more. The price difference isn't close. It's not even the same order of magnitude. You can do an entire year of laundry for what a single large jug costs at the grocery store. And the shelf life is remarkable. This gel stays effective for 3 to 6 months easily. Some people use batches nearly a year old with no degradation in performance. The active ingredients don't expire the way fragrance-forward commercial products do. No fragrance to go stale, no dye to fade, just the chemistry stable and waiting. One question that comes up consistently is whether this works in cold water. Cold water washing has become increasingly common. It's gentler on fabrics and significantly more energy efficient. The concern is that some cleaning agents, particularly those involving surfactants, are less effective at low temperatures. The answer is yes, this recipe works in cold water. Washing soda and borax are both water-soluble at cold temperatures. The Castile soap surfactant activates effectively in cold water. You may want to dissolve the gel in a small amount of warm water before adding it to a cold water load, just to ensure it doesn't clump, but functionally it cleans effectively without hot water. This is another area where the homemade formula holds up against commercial alternatives. Many premium cold water detergents like Woolite or Perwool cost substantially more than standard detergents, marketing the cold water capability as a special feature. This recipe doesn't need that premium. For heavily stained items, a pre-treatment paste works well alongside this detergent. Mix a small amount of washing soda directly with a drop of Castile soap to form a thick paste. Apply it directly to the stain, let it sit for 15 minutes, then wash as normal. The concentrated alkalinity works on the stain at the source before the wash cycle even begins. No need for dedicated stain remover spray, another product you no longer have to buy. The laundry industry has done something remarkable over the past 50 years. It convinced an entire consumer culture that cleaning clothes is a proprietary process, that it requires branded chemistry, sophisticated formulas, and constant product innovation. Detergent companies spend hundreds of millions annually on advertising alone. That cost gets passed directly to you, built into every bottle price, every pod price, every subscription refill program designed to keep you purchasing automatically without thinking. But the chemistry of clean fabric hasn't changed. Surfactant, alkalinity, and water, that's the formula. It was the formula in your great-grandmother's laundry room. It's the formula now. The ingredients have been repackaged, branded, scented, colored, and sold back to you at a 10,000% markup, but the underlying mechanism is unchanged. What this recipe gives you isn't just cheap detergent, it's the understanding that cleaning is a chemical process, not a commercial one. Once you understand what washing soda does, what borax contributes, what a surfactant actually is, you can't unsee it. You walk into a laundry aisle and you see it differently, not as a shelf full of solutions, but as a shelf full of variations on the same 3 ingredients, dressed up in different bottles, and sold at different price points based entirely on marketing. That knowledge compounds, because laundry detergent is just the beginning. The same logic applies to dish soap, surface cleaners, bathroom scrubs, and drain treatments. Every cleaning category in your home runs on the same basic chemistry, and in every single one of them, the active ingredients are cheaper than the packaging surrounding them. The question isn't whether you can clean your home for less. The question is how many categories you're willing to take back.